What's up, guys? It's Demented Caliber here, chilling with my fiance and Beast Mode, and we're actually coming to talk about the origins of how Storm officially became about as a family. Now, obviously, me being the very first member to join Tarot, it was just more of like a relationship thing, but I wanted to expand out and create a family because there's all these families on you now, but most of them promote the wrong things. A lot of them are drama filled. A lot of them don't accept a lot of people because of whatever fucking reason. So and I honestly hate using this word. We actually made Storm into a group where we can accept the losers, the outcasts, and the people that don't really fit in. People who are like us, and I'll be the first to admit that. And there we go. But I'll be first to admit that I don't fit in. I'm not somebody that I'm not. I'm me. And beast mode is obviously beast mode. And tarot's obviously tarot. But I mean, the fact of the matter is we're all outcasts. But it got to, and if you remember from the last video, it's sort of like a backstory of what happened in Storm. More to that is they basically they used us. And
Mm.
when they were done with us, they were like, fuck you. We don't want nothing to do with you anymore. And they would just drag our names through the dirt. Throw every little information they have of us online. Although, on that note, funny thing actually happened, and Beast Mode can tell what happened to him today with the whole messages.
Oh yes, I did get a request from a pseudo group that was formed in the whole aspect of dissing our group, I guess, or that they're the leader, being Alpha here or Demented Caliber. Um, and but they want a ceasefire because they realize that we know the true backstory about what's going on. The fact that their group that is made up of a pure hatred of us is really, we know the when they were in the group, they were the ones talking just as much shit as everybody else.
So
They're
yeah.
all going to turn on each other.
Oh yeah, they're gonna turn on each other real fucking quick. And one thing we left out of the video about Amber is I pretty much did everything for her. When shit would go down in her broadcast, I would literally in my broadcast go to her broadcast, deal with that shit, and then I'm pissed off because she just ends up blocking them. And I'm like, why didn't you do that from the fucking get go? Instead of having me in my broadcast and cutting my fans' times away, cutting my fiance's times away from being able to guest with me, to come be a white knight for your fucking ass. But and I did, and I mean I did a lot for her. I was the one who personally brought her in. I stuck my neck out for her. I used my personal account to message her ex-boyfriend on behalf of her. I put my reputation on the line with that one. My personal account. And it's one thing I have to say for the females that kind of fucked us over, what it really boils down to, and a lot of them won't admit it. But when I would take them in, they were broken, they were destroyed, and they weren't comfortable with themselves. And then like I would try and build them back up, and once I finally did build them back up, they let it go to their head, and they just think that they're hot shit now, and it's really not the case. But if you're wondering why I'm doing it in my room, because this is where everything actually started. With all the hatred and whatnot. It started up here, and I just got tired of being in here. Which there's a video on that. But it's sad to say that I actually got close with this person, and she fucked me over like she did. And then I try and go back and try and make things right again, even though she was the one who fucked up in the first place, beyond fucked up. She betrayed me, betrayed my trust, and so on and so forth. And she even went back on her own words. She said, well, if you have a problem with somebody in the group or so on and so forth, go directly to that person. But when it came to having problems with me, she went to other people. One of the guys being Mr. J. So, and she had, it's hard to explain. She has this own little like networking web that she has running behind the scenes. Like she'll talk to these people, or she'll talk to those people. And honestly, I don't know too much about Amber, but one of our other members that wasn't actually mentioned in the video, I think she was generally sent in to destroy Storm as it is. Because we were recruiting so many members and we were getting so many people on our side and showing them the truth about these said other groups. And we're thinking because she was a former member of one of these said groups, she was sent in to destroy us and dismantle us from the inside. Well, as you can see, that didn't exactly happen. I mean, we don't have as nearly as many members as we did, but we still have a good bit of members, a good handful. I actually talk to one of them usually on a daily basis. You know, Taylor.
Yeah.
Delta Storm is the one who actually made the banner background for my YouTube channel. Awesome ass girl. But she's like a sister to me. She's awesome. But
Indeed.
oh, well, you want to give your perspective of things, Beast?
You know, I mean, pretty much covered it on that factor. I mean, we did start this out as a, you know, I always like to use call it like a security blanket for those who weren't fitting in and everywhere else. And we were used, especially with the ones that we were helping out on major levels. A couple of them having problems with as big factors as like the whole Shippo problem.
Yeah.
We had her in the group as well, the one that he had issues with, and once she was done with us, it was a whole big slap in the face. And we get other members in here.
Actually, she didn't. I actually kicked her out because she kept getting into my business and my personal stuff with one of the other members. And you know, and what really started this all, I ain't gonna say what started this all. It was the basis on the fact of obviously Taro got tired of the whole complaining about her husband and like just all these like ridiculous things that she's complaining about. But that's not what started with me. What started with me is the fact that one, she's been vaping for what 3 years now, and she said,
wait.
we're talking about Mandy.
He was talking about Uridia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the 14-year-old, which well, that'll be a totally separate video on itself. But the one of the members that I had an issue with, and actually, believe it or not, it didn't start with Uridia Beast. It actually started with Dizzy. The whole reason we went after Shippo is because of Dizzy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying she was one of the people that we took in because of that whole debacle, and I just remember her being one of the first ones that totally like kept on going back to his stuff. We started realizing that maybe she wasn't so much the victim that she says she was.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's basically what and basically telling us to where to shove it is basically what she did, and that's what I was getting at.
Mm. Speaking of previous members, so Lizzie messaged me yesterday, basically being like, and this goes on to the people use us, because we make them feel better, basically, is how that goes. She says, I'm not mad or here to fight, not even a little bit. I wanted to apologize for getting so fed up that I couldn't talk about how I was feeling. I'm sorry I just left and didn't talk it out. I eventually thought things through and was going to message you, but your names were changed. It's not that hard to find me. You type in Taro. Everyone can find me. There's only one Taro on the internet. Literally, I've looked. I eventually thought things through and was going to message you, but your name's changed. And no, I don't want to be back in the group at all. I just want to be friends with you and Amber. If my request is denied, I understand why. I'm not friends with Amber. It's fine, you don't have to be friends with Amber. I'm well aware of that. I don't want to be your friend. She kept backstabbing me. Lizzie, I cannot support underage littles. I commend you for coming and trying. It was very brave and mature of you, but I'm sorry I can't support your lifestyle. I hope you understand. I don't ask you to support my lifestyle. I don't even need that in the friendship. I just need someone I can come to when I'm having an issue. I've pretty much killed the DLG pet play lifestyle out of my life. I have a shit ton of stuff going on at the moment, and it makes it harder having to keep secrets, so that part of my life is on hold for another 2 years. I said, I will always be there for someone who truly needs someone to talk to, but I'm sorry, I don't want to be your friend. She said, okay, smiley face. She only wants to be my friend, so she has someone to call when her fucking life goes to shit again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to be my friend for me. She wants to be my friend for her.
Babe.
And you know what? I don't think she'll ever truly need to talk to me, so I'm not going to fucking do it.
Babe, my ears.
You were kind of getting a little loud there, madam.
But,
Shut up.
and you know, that's one thing I've noticed, is it did take a lot of time away from me and you whenever she would call you because of some bullshit issues she had in her life. But again, that's another video for another fucking day. But I do want to talk on the Mandy topic because we did skew on that a little bit last night. Was it last night? Yeah, it was last night. So we did kind of skew a little bit on that. Actually, it's after 12. What the fuck ever. The whole reason I had an issue with that person, not only because she would sit here and complain about her husband and her kids, but the thing that pissed me off the most, and Beast knows this about me, is I don't like cigarettes. I hate them with a passion. If you're gonna use, honestly, and this is sad for me to say this, but I think Beast would somewhat agree. If you're gonna use a form of tobacco, use smokeless tobacco. Granted, if you brush your teeth like you're supposed to, you won't have any issues. I've noticed that. But I pretty much thought, I said, you don't need to undo all this progress that you've made with vaping. You've been vaping for about almost 2 years now. Like, don't undo that progress. She's like, well, I'm gonna make it last a week. Like, you say that, but once you actually start smoking and you start getting that higher nicotine intake, you're gonna go through them cigarettes faster than you realize.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But yeah, and I pretty much, and me and Beast, we actually talked about this last night. Because I told him pretty much everything I said, as far as, like, if she can't deal with her husband, leave him. If she can't deal with her kids, put him up for adoption, or not really adoption, but send him off to a family member. And B says, well, what you're basically saying is take a break.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, she's what?
Step back.
What is she, like 27? Because I think she was a year older, or a year younger than Motor.
I think so.
She was pretty young. It's like, you got 2 fucking kids, I mean... You know, I hate to say it, but some people should be parents and others shouldn't. Me and Tara are the people that should be parents, and we acknowledge that. So... But I mean... it's just... It's crazy. It honestly is. And the fact that I was used and I was treated like shit after it took so many people in. Like, literally, it wasn't even Taro that was taking people in. It was mainly me. A Casino person, I inquire them about wanting to join, or not really inquire, but I end up trying to recruit them. Some of them join, some of them don't. If they don't join, I don't really care.
You know what else is a video for another time? That's going to be a really big video. Monster. Mr. Brian Fox.
It kind of makes me just want to scratch this whole idea and do this another day. That way we can get that out of the way. Want to do it?
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I like this being a conversation and not just like a planned out video. Like, I like it being a conversation.
This is kind of a preview video. I like this.
Yeah.
It's like, this is what's come. If you want to hear more,
Right.
I mean, if you want to hear
Yeah.
more, subscribe because I'm pretty sure we're probably going to be uploading videos every night anyways because it's just what we do. We're a bunch of bored
So hit that-
bastards, so... We're a bunch of bored bastards, so... we have nothing better to do at night.
I am a bat. Wait, aren't we all legitimately bastards?
No, not really, no.
If you were born out of wedlock, you're a bastard. If your parents weren't married when you were conceived, you're a bastard. I'm a bastard.
No, that's not me then.
Not you? Aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, okay. So
I
just,
don't even know
just
my
not Beast.
I don't even know my father physically, so. Which
I mean, I guess if you get
hey Dad,
whole
if you're
story.
watching, fuck you.
Yeah. If my dad's watching, or my father's watching, please saw off your dick and shove it up your own ass.
if my dad's watching, I'm just gonna ask you, how the fuck did you learn how to use a computer?
Oh damn! Alright, but I guess
Yeah.
this is like the little after portion of us just talking about different shit now.
Apparently so.
Yeah, I do want to let you guys know that I will have some little snippets of Halo 5 up soon. I put it in, I was going to play it tonight, but I forgot that Xbox and obviously PlayStation, you have to install your games before you can play it.
Yeah,
What's your opinion on that, Beast?
it's bullshit. I mean, that's all I can really say about it.
But yeah.
I mean, I guess I get the concept of why it does it, but I mean, it sucks to wait that long.
Yeah.
Just to play, especially when you're like, I want to play it so bad, and you stick it in, it's like, son of a bitch.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got fucking... Also, other news, my sister found it on DVD. It's actually in good condition, and I'll probably be watching that sometime either tonight or tomorrow night. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on how soon my game gets done installing, it's at 5%, so it's probably going to take well over all night because I'm not running wired right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm good if we end it here.
Alright, anyways, guys, this is Demented Caliber, Taro and Beast signing out. Okay, then I guess that's our outro. Fuck.
You know what would be cooler as an outro if, like, except